Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, Mrs. Shelley. I am Marsa Farah Akrawila as the leader of this group. Let me start by introducing the members of my group. Starts from
I am Indri Master Simanjuntak.
I am Nela Putri Alfariza. I am Zara Tafnita.
I am Muhammad Rifki Ramadan.
I'm Arya Yudhistira Putra Nafi.
And in this video, we are going to explain modals, adjective, adverb, technical terms, and connective transitions. Enjoy!
Okay, to continue, can you explain from slide 4 to 8? Okay. Modals is word that express different kind of things. Modals help us convey more specific nuances and meaning in sentences, so we can express these things more precisely and clearly. Next, basic rules of modals. Number 1, use modals as they are. Like, they don't change based on sentence like present, past, or future. Jadi kayak ya sederhana apa adanya aja gitu. Terus yang number 2, always use the base verb after a modal. Kayak selalu gunakan kata kerja dasar setelah modal. For example, can go, not can to go. Jadi nggak perlu tambahin to, langsung aja can go. Terus number 3, use not directly after a modal. Example, cannot, not, don't, can. Expression for have to, we can use don't, have to. Terus itu yang selanjutnya, ability. We use can to talk about someone's ability or skill to do something in the present. Jadi kayak mengatakan bahwa kemampuan sama skill seseorang yang di masa sekarang. For example, I can swim. I have ability to swim. Saya punya kemampuan berenang. Terus she can speak 4 language. Perempuan itu bisa berbicara 4 bahasa. Terus yang selanjutnya, next, informal permission. Informal permission is we use can to talk about someone's. We also use can to ask for give permission in informal situation. Jadi kayak meminta atau memberikan izin di situasi santai atau informal gitu. For example, can I use your phone? Bisakah saya memakai HP-mu? To ask permission. Terus, you can go home now. Informal way to allow something. Terus, next, possibility. Possibility, can is used to express general possibility, especially things that are something true or can happen under certain conditions. Example, it can be very cold here in winter. Di sini bisa sangat dingin ketika musim dingin. Jadi itu kayak dia menyatakan kemungkinan, tapi itu tidak pasti. Jadi kesimpulannya, so can is very useful models. It helps you talk about what people are able to do, ask or give permission casually, and describe things that are generally possible.
Okay. For a question, you know the modals have to, right? Can you explain why do we use do as the auxiliary verb when we use have to and not with all the other modal verbs?
Have to acts like a regular verb. It's not a true modals. So it uses do for negation. Negation. I don't have to. Don't for do is needed. True modals like can, will, must don't need do because they already have their own rules for making negations and questions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, to continue, can you explain from slide 39 until 44?
Sure. I will discuss about adverbs. So, the function of adverbs are to change the meaning of verbs, to change the meaning of adjectives, and to change the meaning of other adverbs. Number 1, verbs. Verbs tell us about how, when, where, why, how often, and how much. For examples are number 1, she sings beautifully. Beautifully means to how. Terus number 2, he arrived yesterday. Yesterday means to when. They played outside. Outside means to where. Number 4, I rarely go. Rarely means to how often. And the last one is she practices the piano daily. Daily means to how often. The second one is adjectives. Adjectives intensify or limit the meaning of an adjective. They tell us about how much and to what degree. For examples, it was an extremely hot day. Intensifies hot. The weather was rather cold. Limit cold. And the last examples is it's a relatively easy task. Relatively modified easy. Okay. Number 3, other adverbs. Nah, other adverbs ini itu they can modify other adverbs indicating degree. They tell us about how much and to what degree. For examples are she spoke very softly, intensifies softly. He ran quite quickly, intensifies quickly. And the last one is the music played rather loudly, rather modifies loudly. The last one is common types of adverbs. Number 1 is adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner describe how an action is done. For examples are quickly, slowly, and badly. Number 2, adverbs of time. Indicate when an action happens. For examples are now, later, and yesterday. Number 3 itu ada adverbs of place. Indicate where an action happens like here, there, and nearby. The next is adverbs of frequency. Indicate how often an action happens like always, often, and never. And number 5, adverbs of degree. Itu indicate the intensity or extent of something, such as like very, quite, and almost. And interrogative adverbs. Interrogative adverbs used to ask questions like how, when, and why. And number 7, relative adverbs. Relative adverbs used to introduce adjective clauses such as where, when, and why. And the last one of common types of adverbs is conjunctive adverbs. Nah, conjunctive adverbs ini itu connect independent clauses and show a relationship between them, like however, therefore, and also. Okay.
For the question, can you give me some examples of the sentences of adverb of time?
Sure. For example, I am studying now, and then yesterday I went to the zoo, and the last one is, can we go shopping tomorrow?
Okay, very well. Okay, to continue, can you explain from slide 24 until 31?
Okay. Adjective. Adjective are words that describe or modify nouns and sometimes pronouns. They provide more information about the qualities, characteristic, or state of being of the nouns they modify. Proper adjective. These are formed from proper nouns and are always capitalized. Example, American culture, French wine, Shakespearean drama.
compound adjective. These are made up of two or more words, often hyphenated. Example, a part-time job, a well-known author, a blue-eyed child. Participle adjective. These are formed from verb and act as adjective. Example is a running stream, a broken window, fascinating story, impressed audience. And the next, possessive adjective. For the example is this book, that house, these shoes, those cars. And quantitative adjective. This indicate the quantity or number of a noun. The example is few friends, many opportunities, some water, and 3 odds. Demonstrative adjective is this point out which noun is being referred to. The example is this book, that house, these shoes, and those cars. And the last, placement of adjective. Number 1, attributive adjective. This come before the noun they modify. For the example is a red car, happy children. Number 2, predicate adjective. This follow a linking verb like be, become, seem, look, feel, taste, smell, sound, and get, and describe the subject of the sentence. For the example is the car is red, the children seem happy, and the food tastes delicious.
Okay, for the question, when we use adjective, we can use it in positive, comparative, and superlative, right? Can you give me a sentence example of the usage in the comparative?
Comparative used to compare two things, usually formed by adding er to short adjectives or using more before the longer adjective. The example is taller, bigger, happier, more beautiful, and more interesting.
Okay, thank you. Okay, to continue, can you explain from slide 45 until 49?
Yes. So connective transition is basically a word or phrase that help link sentence, ideas, or paragraphs smoothly. It used to show the relationship between different parts of writing or speech, like cause and effect, compression, addiction, or sequence. Connective transition have type of connective. First, addiction connective is add one idea to another. For example, like and also feature more, moreover, and in addiction. Two, contract connective show difference or opposing ideas. For example, like but, however, although, on the other hand, never tells. 3, cause and effect connective show reason, cause, or result. For example, like because, since, therefore, thus, and as a result. 4, compression connective is show similarities between ideas. For example, like similarly, likewise, just as, in the same way. And a 5, time or sequence connective indicates the order of event. For example, like first, next, then, after that, finally, and before. 6, condition connective show condition or possibilities. For example, if, provide that, in case, like that. 7, purpose connective show intent or goal. For example, like so that, in order to, for the purpose of. And the last, emphasis connective highlight important points. For example, like indeed, in fact, above all, and especially. Next, purpose and function. Connective transition to greet readers or listener track the flow of ideas. They make writing or speech more logical and easy to follow. Without transition, ideas might seem disconnect or jarring.
Okay. For my question, can you explain between the usage of however and moreover in this matter?
Uh, yes, however, is used to introduce a contrast or an opposing idea to what was just stated. For example, like he's smart, however, he's lazy. And moreover is used to add more information that supports or expand on the previous statement. For example, like he's smart, moreover, he's hardworking.
Okay, very well. Thank you so much. Okay, to continue, can you explain from slide 50 until 52?
Technical terms. Technical terms are words or phrases that carry a specific and precise meaning within a certain field, profession, or area of study. These terms are not commonly used in everyday conversation and may seem unfamiliar to those outside that field. For example, the term bandwidth in computer science refers to the data transfer capacity of a network, not just the literal width of a band. Next, the image outlines 5 key features of technical terms. Here's a more in-depth explanation. First, specificity. Technical terms are very specific and have unambiguous meanings within their context. This specificity reduces confusion and helps professionals communicate clearly. Number 2, precision. The meanings of technical terms are often more exact than similar words in general language. These terms are developed to convey precise idea or measurement.
Okay, for the question, can you explain why do we have to use technical terms instead of just saying the sentence out loud?
Technical terms like mempermudah kita untuk menjelaskan apa yang ingin kita jelaskan gitu.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That was all that we could explain from our group. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Have a good day.
Bye.